Namaste, my loves. So many people reaching out and asking me why we've created such darkness on the planet. Why, if we are true creator beings, if we're spiritual beings, how is it that we're living in this current reality where there are dark forces at work, literally wanting to tag us and chip us and track us? What's going on? Why would a benevolent creator allow this to happen? And the truth is, we are that creator being. We are not separate from that creator being. So, as difficult as it may be to hear, we actually did create this reality ourselves. Why? Well, if you think about the God source, now anyone who's trained with me knows that I never refer to just God. I will always say God, Goddess. And this is because if you look at the truth of that creative aspect, the omnipotent energy, think of a yin yang symbol. It has the black light and the white light. Black light is said to be the father energy, white light is said to be the mother energy, and they kind of rub up against each other and they create form. So it's said that there's black light, dielectricity, white light is motion, magnetism, and it creates this explosion, if you like, into form. We call that electricity. So we are in this human form as a soul having a human experience. We are in that electrical form. We have the potential, and again, for those who've trained with us, you always hear myself and Greg and so many of our teachers refer to Mother Earth, Father Sky. And we are the holy conduit as the child of the mother and the father. We are the holy conduit between the two. We have the potential and the choice, therefore, to always connect to mother father energy at any time and to return to that oneness, that monad, if you like, so one source energy. In the one source energy, though, if you consider that it's in this eternal Om vibration, so think of Om, it's just a perpetual Om, it's a perpetual beingness, it's silence, it's stillness. Without the, and that's the father energy, without the mother energy creating some kind of friction or movement, motion to create this form, we would eternally be in. Think about when you meditate, you're in. There's no judgment, there's no right, there's no wrong. It just what is. That's if you've mastered your meditation. I think some of you are going, no, that doesn't occur for me. I still have a mind racing with thoughts. But you would have the experience of the gaps between your thoughts at times. We all do. And that's the state of samadhi, as we call it in yoga. Pure consciousness, you return to the monad, return to the oneness. If we wanted to experience ourselves not outside of that monadic principle, but what does it look like if we fractalize into divine sparks, into, I heard someone say the other day, godlets. If we were godlets, think about a droplet of the ocean. Now, that drop within the ocean is still the ocean. It's like, for those who've been on retreat with us, when we do the peace candle meditation and we all have our own individual candle and we have that own individual flame, but we lit off the one flame and then we saw the divine spark in everyone else. See if you can use these analogies to understand what this experience, this electrical form, this human experience is about. But we are not separate from the creator being. We are not separate from mother, father energy, God, goddess energy. To experience ourselves, to understand our divinity, we had to, in a sense, become the opposite of that true love, light frequency. Now, we experience, therefore, darkness, or maybe the better way to say it is we experience false light. Because if you think of the Father energy as black light, then, in a way, we come from that darkness. So maybe we often use the term darkness to denote the evil forces on the earth, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I just want to qualify maybe the language a little bit, and let's talk to false light. Now, we call this false light Luciferian light. Lucifer, the devil, all of these terms that denote the opposite of the divine self. It's not wrong. And what I mean by that, it's not wrong to be having the experience as the opposite of who we truly are. Because unless we learn, unless we learn, we cannot earn our place back in the divine wholeness. We chose this experience. We chose this way of understanding that we are true, infinite beings. We are galactic beings. We can be in any realm of consciousness. And at the moment, we're in the 3D realm. But that's just another frequency. 3D, 4D, 5D. There's many chats at the moment about experiencing all of these dimensions whilst here on Earth. Now, that's because you'll see people very stuck in a zombie-like slumber, not understanding the greater forces that are at work. And we may class them without judgment as third dimensional. And then you've got others who are aware that we come from Creator Source, that perhaps there's starseeds here. Many of you, I know, speaking to you lately, you know that you're a starseed come to help at this time, 2020, with the big awakening that's happening on the planet. So you may be 4D, 5D. Remember, it's a frequency. It doesn't necessarily look any different out there, but it feels a whole lot different in here because there's a experience within yourself of knowing that everything's always in perfect divine order, that we've all collectively chosen this. And because we're part of the collective whole, it's really important that we lend our plasma, our projection from our third eye into what we want to experience. You are not only a unique piece of the puzzle, but you are an absolutely vital piece of the collective whole. And if anything, what we've been talking about this year in our podcasts, and sometimes when I come here and have a little chat on our social pages, is that never ever negate your own true power. Never ever consider or entertain any thought that you are not powerful. You are powerful beyond all measure. Yes, we have been at the disposal of dark entities or dark forces that have told us that we don't matter, that we are separate from God or Goddess. But we are not. We are that energy. We cannot be anything else. Separation does not exist. Can't exist. Look at the universe. Look at the interconnection of this life force that we're a part of. So own your power, claim your power. When you do that, you use your power then in a benevolent sense. Yes, there's some people who know their power, but they're using it in a malevolent sense. Use your power to plug into the cosmic consciousness grid and choose a reality. There's so many timelines that are available to us, but generally we see, and at the moment we see, two major timelines that are playing themselves out. What timeline do you choose? Where are you placing your attention? Are you allowing those darker forces to lead you into fear, anxiety, a sense of hopelessness? Now, I'm not saying that you can't allow those frequencies to flutter through you. You absolutely can, but be vigilant and don't choose to get hooked up on them all day, every day. Just watch them do their merry dance as they go through. And then choose how you wish to feel. 5D Earth belongs to those who choose love, who choose peace, who choose to know we're always supported because we are part of divinity. And yes, we wanted to play out this galactic game. We wanted to understand the opposite of who we are. However, if you are aware of the cycles of astrology, where depending on which astrological wheel you or science that you follow, you might have seen Age of Aquarius start at 2012, or you may see it coming on the solstice on the 21st of December. Either which way, we're in it. And it's time now to trust our knowing. It's time now to accept that we're entering into a golden age. If you plug and harness your frequency into that, that's what becomes our reality. So my message for you all is just to accept that we wanted to understand or understand the opposite of who we are. We wanted to play out these dark forces. We wanted to learn to therefore earn our place in the golden age. We can't just be in a love, light, peace frequency without understanding its opposite. We wouldn't appreciate it. So in this electrical form, we have come to now enter into the zone of absolute orgasmic bliss. And it is your time to shine. It is your time to shine. Anyone who's been a part of, well, our tribe, but a part of an alternative narrative sometime, you're going to find you're the ones now who are so-called mainstream. You're the ones, and I'm sure, and I know for many of you experiencing this, people are turning to you now looking for the guidance. So speak up. Don't be afraid to speak up. Even if you get resistance, that doesn't matter. That doesn't have to stop you in your path. That doesn't have to slow you down. In fact, that can motivate you to speak out even more because you're coming from true love, the true heartfelt desire to assist your brothers and sisters into the golden age. Why wouldn't you speak up at this time? I mean, why would you impede your own ascension journey by playing small at the moment? No, play as large as you want. You're galactic royalty. Go for it. Get yourself out there. And if anything, if you can't do that, then make sure that at least internally you are meditating daily, you are visualizing daily the reality that you wish to experience. You are catching yourself every time you have those frequencies that don't support the timeline that you're choosing to play out. And, let's sing and dance and make love. And let's just be in the blissful joy of what we truly actually came here to experience. Yeah, we had to have the other, but now it's our time. So trust in yourself as a creator being. Step into your power. Do it now. So I just want to say, love you all so much. Thank you for the awesome questions that are coming through. What a time to be alive. Get excited. Don't plug too much into mainstream media. In fact, don't even listen to it. It's irrelevant. You're not missing out if you don't listen to it. Listen to those who are speaking from a loving and peaceful place, not from those who are speaking from a fear-based place. Fear is false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. It's not real. Plug into what is real, which is yourself as a creative being. Get on with the task at hand. Lend your plasma to this beautiful co-creation that we're all a part of. Mwah. Namaste.